What's up, guys? This is Dennis with Luke Zion Jewelry. Thank you so much for tuning in today. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 5.5mm Franco chain at 24 inches. This is the part of Chains in the Wild series where I take the chain outside in natural sunlight, wear it on the neck, and show you how it actually looks like in real life. Not just in a studio, not just in close-up shots, but outside with movement from different angles and at a normal viewing distance. Because when you're shopping for a chain online, this matters. A product photo can show you the chain, a close-up can show you the details, but when you see it outside, you get a better idea on how this chain actually wears. You can see how it sits on the chest, you can see how the silver pops against a black shirt or crew neck, you can see how the chain moves when I walk, and you can see how much attention it gets from a normal distance. And that's why I'm making this video, to show you the 5.5mm Franco chain. Now, right away, you can see this is not a small chain. The 5.5mm Franco chain has a strong look on the neck. It is definitely not thin. This is not a thin chain, and it actually has some very great weight to it as well. I do have the weights on the description on the website as well, just to give you guys an idea on how many grams are going to be on the neck. And you can see it against the black shirt and how the silver stands out really well in the natural sunlight. This is the type of chain that can be worn by itself. You do not need a pendant. You don't need to layer it. You can keep the outfit simple and the chain becomes the main piece. That is one of the things I like about this size. It gives you a real silver chain look without needing a bunch of other jewelry around it. And when I'm walking, you can see how the chain holds its look. It does not look flimsy. It does not look weak. It has a clean shape to it, and it stays noticeable even from further away. And that is important because most people are not looking at your chain from 2 inches away. They're seeing it while you're moving, standing, talking, and walking around. And that is where this chain really does well. Now, let's talk about the Franco design. A Franco chain has a very different look compared to the rope chain, the curb chain, or the Figaro chain. With the rope chain, you have that twisted pattern. With a curb or Cuban, you have more of that flat link look, but the Franco is different. The Franco is made with tight V-shaped links that lock into each other, and that is what gives it that famous arrow style design. Some people call it a chevron look. Either way, I think the arrows just look amazing on this design. When you look at the chain, you can see those arrows running through the links. The pattern gives the Franco chain a sharp, clean look. It looks compact, it's solid, and it has more of a square off shape compared to a rounder chain like a rope. And one thing to point out, and very important, is this is not a straight square design. It has a curve to it as well, which makes the Franco chain a little bit more comfortable compared to getting a Franco chain that is completely squared off. Now, they do have a masculine look without being too flashy. They are clean from a distance, but when you get closer, you can see the detail in the link pattern. And that is what makes the Franco chain so special in today's market. It is simple, but it is not boring. It has detail, but it does not look messy. And at 5.5, you can actually see the design very clearly, and it definitely packs a very nice weight to it around the neck as well. And that is a big part of why this size works. With smaller Franco chains, the design is still there, but it is more subtle. With this one, the link pattern shows up much better on the neck. You can see the arrows, you can see the edges, you can see the shape of the chain as the light hits it. And most importantly, you're wearing something that actually packs a punch when it comes to the weight. You feel something sturdy on the neck, and you know it's a very high quality piece. Now, let's talk about the feel of this chain, because this is the big part of the 5.5mm Franco. The second you put it on, you know you're wearing something real. It has that feel to it, not just the look, the feel. When you pick it up, you feel the weight. When you put it around your neck, you feel the substance of the chain. It is not so heavy that it feels uncomfortable, and it is not pulling on your neck in a bad way, but it has enough weight to remind you that this is a real piece of jewelry. And that is one of the things people like when they step into a chain like this. They want something that feels solid. They want something that does not feel cheap. They want something that feels like it actually has silver in it, and that is what this Franco gives you. A lot of that feel comes from the way the Franco is built. The links are tight, there is not a lot of open space, the chain feels dense, and that is why Franco chains feel heavier than some other chain styles in a very similar millimeter size. You cannot compare a 5.5mm Franco with a 5.5mm Cuban link chain. The weight is different, the size is different. It's just two different, completely different chain designs. Now, this is something important. The chain is solid sterling silver 925, and that matters, especially when you're looking at larger chains. Some cheaper chains are made hollow to keep the cost down and make the chain lighter. A hollow chain can look big from the outside, but it doesn't always have the same feel when you wear it. It can feel lighter than expected, it can feel more delicate, and over time, hollow chains can be more prone to denting or crushing. That is one of the biggest differences with a solid sterling silver 925 Franco chain. You are getting a chain with real substance. When you pick it up, you feel it. When you put it on, you feel it. And again, guys, this is made in Italy. This chain is made from solid good sterling silver 925. And with a Franco chain, the craftsmanship matters. The pattern has to be clean, the links have to sit right, the chain has to layer properly because the Franco design is tight and structured. Now this chain is 24 inches, so it gives you a longer drop on the chest. I don't want to make this whole video about the length, but I do want to point out because it affects how the chain wears. At 24 inches, the chain has room to sit lower and show clearly over the shirt. It is not sitting high around the neck. It gives the Franco design space to show, and with a heavier looking chain like this, the extra room helps the chain lay naturally. And of course, the exact fit depends on your body type, neck size, and build, but in this video, you can see the general look of the 5.5mm Franco worn at a longer drop. The main thing I want you to focus on this chain is the width, the shine, the way it moves, and the way it feels like a real piece. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. I basically wanted to show you guys how the 5.5mm Franco chain looks like in real life, in natural sunlight. And so if you enjoyed this video, if it gave you guys a better perspective on how it actually looks like compared to just going to the website and seeing a chain with a white background, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the Franco chain design. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.